You know what I hear every single time I post about the 800NK?
What's that?
That this motorcycle right here simply does not have the build quality of a Japanese motorcycle because this thing is made in China. And so clearly this motorcycle must be better than this motorcycle. So what I did today is I stacked the deck against the 800NK. I picked an MT09 SP and I brought the owner of said bike out here, Ben, to ride this bike back to back with his own MT09 SP. He's going to be biased towards that motorcycle, and we're going to see whether or not the humble 800NK can keep up. Now, to be clear, I want to mention that we're not talking about speed when I'm saying keep up, because this thing's got 15 more horsepower. 115 horse and like 69 nice foot-pounds of torque, while this only has 100 horsepower and about 60-ish foot-pounds of torque, maybe a little bit less. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But regardless, we're not talking about outright speed. What we're talking about is the sensation of riding these motorcycles. Does this motorcycle feel cheaper? Does it feel like a downgrade versus that? Because this thing costs $8,500. It's got fully adjustable suspension, TFT dash, rider modes, all of that fun stuff. And I know that in other markets you have the Advanced. This is not the Advanced. We don't have that here in the States for some reason. How much did the MT09 SP cost?
I want to say it was around $12,000 plus tax, title, COVID markup, because that's when I bought it.
That's a significant bump in price, but is this thing 2/3 the motorcycle? And one thing I wanted to do while we're here, while we're sitting listening to all of the squids going up and down Lime Creek, is I wanted to get your opinion on just the general looks and the vibes of these motorcycles. Because the first experience of a lot of these guys is they're gonna see this sitting next to that at a showroom, and you know, the curb appeal really makes a difference. It's like, oh, hey, I do want to test this and I want to test that, or no, I just want to test that.
So I will say, I love the MT09, but it is butt ugly. The 800NK looks so much better. Right. Like it looks like that right kind of futuristic, but like in today's world, this looks like a robot vomited something onto AutoCAD, and this beautiful, like, functional machine is what came out.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying earlier how there's a line straight from the passenger foot peg to the head of the steering right here, and there's just a lot of stuff that goes into making this bike look nice. Right. The headlight is good on this thing.
From this angle, there's a reason I'm not standing in front of the MT09. Like, that is a beautiful headlight.
And like a lot of the MT bikes, you don't see the headlight when you're riding, but it's hard to look back at that and be like, yeah!
It looks nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's going to punch your grandmother aggressive. It doesn't look chiseled out of Italian marble. It just looks nice.
So with that being said, sounds like the NK's getting out ahead here, but that's only on the side of the road. Let's get out onto Lime Creek. Let's go have some fun, hopefully not get pulled over, and see if the riding experience on the 800 can keep up with the MT09. Now folks, while we're gearing up to get out on the road, I do want to take a quick second and shout out our sponsor for today's video, Quadlock. Quadlock makes the best phone mount and case combo for your motorcycles, your boat, your RV, your ATV, whatever. They've got cases that fit a bunch of different devices, and if they don't have one that fits your phone, you can just pop on one of their attachments to make any case Quadlock compatible. The fun doesn't just stop right there though. They've got all sorts of accessories that work with their cases, whether it's this mag wallet that I've been keeping on the back of my phone here, or we come over to the MT09, which actually has the electronic wireless charger on here, which charges your phone without having to be plugged in. Click that link down in the description below and check out everything that Quadlock has to offer for your bike, for your car, for your desk, for your boat, for your spacecraft, whatever you need, Quadlock's got you covered. Now, let's gear up and get on the road.
Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, we are now out on the road. And Ben, give me your just initial thoughts on the ride of the NK? You having fun up there? What's working for you? What's not? Let me know what's going through your head.
I am having a ton of fun. The engine sounds good. The bike feels good. It's nimble without being twitchy. I love what I can see. This dash is so much bigger, so much better. It feels like going from, I don't know, big screen TV, let's say. Like, I can see more, it looks good. The buttons, you know, I haven't played with the buttons, let me see. Yeah, the buttons are buttons. They're good buttons. Like, I push them, they do things. They look good, they feel good. The transmission feels very notchy in a good way. Like, every shift I do, it's definite, like, whether I did it or not. Am I missing the quick shifter? Yeah. But, again, it's, if you're gonna cut a corner, that's a good corner to cut. Let's see. Clutch, good. No complaints there. It's still a touch light, sort of similar to the 400, the 450, the 450 SS. Like, I remember that had like an oddly light clutch, and this one is also light, but that's not a complaint. That's like a preference thing. It might just be how my butt's shaped, but the passenger bit back here is kind of touching my butt crack.
Yeah, I have that same issue on that bike. I will notice, the first thing I said when I sat down on the MT09 was, wow, this is so much roomier. Like, this is so much more comfortable of a motorcycle. It's, the pegs are lower, the seat is like higher and wider than on the NK. For my size, I much prefer the MT09.
Yeah, although you're also a bigger dude.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like some of that could be a personal preference thing. It's not one is hands down better, is like that one's better for you.
Yeah, this is definitely a more comfortable motorcycle. However, getting to kind of the meat and potatoes of today's video, talking about the stuff that's on these motorcycles, I gotta say, man, I don't feel like I am getting $4,000 more. I'm getting more engine for sure, and I'm getting a quick shifter for sure, but the rest of the ride doesn't feel $4,000 better than the NK.
No, I agree. Like, this NK feels really good. Like, there's the engine differences. On the street, I wasn't with you on track, but on the street, the engines are similar enough that if someone said they liked this better, I wouldn't say they were wrong.
Yeah, I think the thing that really sticks out for me about the MT09 in terms of the riding experience is the torque. The torque on this is blissful. It's awesome how much torque it is. Like, I just pulled the wheel up going down over that little divot there. It's such a nice little, it's such a nice motor, and Yamaha does such a good job with the MT09. But, you know, if I were to put the faster KTM map on the CFMOTO, I'd be having just as much fun, because that has like a slightly artificially neutered mid-range, and then I wouldn't be missing the MT09's torque so much.
Right.
And I will say, I got on the brakes there in a second, a little while ago, when I was coming up behind you. I was creeping up behind you, hopped on the brakes, and it didn't feel as awesome as the J1s did. It felt fine. It was Yamaha house calipers doing a great job with a great master cylinder, but I felt like
Let me jump on these in a minute, and I'll let you know.
It's going to straighten out here right after this right, and you'll have a good opportunity to hop on the brakes.
All right, let's see. Yeah, okay.
Like, these are good brakes. Don't get me wrong. These are very good on this motorcycle, but the NK, it just feels better. Something about the master cylinder and the J1s on there. I feel like I'm getting more information from those calipers.
Right.
So up here on the right, there's going to be a spot to pull over. Let's swap back and forth and see what you feel like hopping back on your MT09 here.
Sounds good.
Oh, dude, that's such a good sound, though. Oh, that's so good. Oh, fuck, this thing sounds so good. Like, okay, I like the NK sound, I do, and it would sound better with a pipe. This is one of the best sounds in motorcycling. It's just, oh, it's so good.
Oh, they didn't do anything f***y with the kickstand. It's a normal kickstand. Good.
Yeah. All right. Oh, wait, you should probably get your phone, and I should probably get mine. The joy of quad lock. It's easy to just walk away from your phone and forget.
Alrighty.
Me sideways is the front of that bike so ugly, though. Oh, my God.
I know. There's a difference between the bars and the pegs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a personal preference kind of difference, not a these are better or those are better kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a preference. I prefer the seating position on the MT09. This is like I'm sitting in a chair almost.
Right.
Like my feet feel like they're in front of my butt, not under my butt. All right, let's have some fun here. Oh yeah, no, I definitely missed the torque. But it's still got good torque. Oh, and these brakes are nicer. They are nicer.
Quick shifter though.
Quick shifter. Yeah, the first thing I did was I got on that straight and I wanted to quick shift.
But yeah, suspension, that one was set up very nicely for my butt, my body.
Yeah, and you know, I went to Roger from On-Road Off-Road here in Austin, and he did it for $50. And that makes such a big difference, but I don't feel like your suspension was significantly better than this one.
No. Like, might it be better? Sure, maybe. But, like, for $4,000, you're hoping that it's definitely and not a probably or a maybe.
Right. These are both. Naked bikes are so good now, dude. Oh, but I just heard your exhaust come through the cardo, and your bike sounds better than mine. I'm sure this would sound great with a pipe on it, but it's still just a big bore parallel twin, not, you know, a not an exotic sound. But
right. Let
me ask you this. Speaking of exotic, I've said a lot of times that this is basically just a KTM 790. The KTM 790 is a European motorcycle. Despite being made in Japan, it was designed in Europe. Or not made in Japan, made in China. Does this feel like it has some Euro essence to you?
I think so. The lens at which I'm familiar with Euro bikes is very small. But, like, if you told me that bike was designed in Europe, I could see it. Maybe not Germany or Austria, but, like, I don't know, one of the Nordic ones, maybe.
Right.
Oh boy.
Who's he pulling over? And how's he pulling somebody over? Who did he nab? Did he nab the guy? Like, was he doing a wheelie? He wasn't going that fast.
I have no idea. All right.
Interesting. Well, now it's officially a trip to Lime Creek. Somebody got pulled over, but not us.
They weren't squids.
They weren't squids. It was just a dude on an adventure bike. It sucks to be that guy. He wasn't even going that fast.
I know. But yes, that bike definitely has some Euro something in there. Or if you told, like, I don't know. Like,
if I told you that this was a European motorcycle, would you say, F you?
No. I mean, yes, but, like, just in general.
So, let's start tying our thoughts together here a little bit. We've ridden both of these bikes back to back, and let's answer the question, is this on par with Japanese motorcycles? Is the riding experience of this motorcycle, does it feel to you comparable? Not that it's as good, because the MT09 SP is a special motorcycle. It's an excellent bike, one of the best you can spend your money on right now. But does it feel on par with other Japanese bikes out there?
I think so. I think it's definitely part of the conversation. Like, don't pass over it. Like, if the MT09 SP fits in your budget, hell yeah. But I'd say give the 800NK at least throw a leg over it. Give it a look.
So, NK 800 or the 800NK. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think?
Thumbs up, for sure.
Thumbs up.
It's another bike that I've ridden and compared to this bike, and this bike is still good. But that bike is definitely a thumbs up from me.
I would say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the MT09 SP is the better motorcycle. 100%. It's just, it's got a better setup, it handles better, but it's also $4,000 more expensive. And you could take the $4,000 that you saved on that guy, get an exhaust for this thing. You could adjust the suspension so that it works really well for you, and then you'd still have money left over to take it to a racetrack. You know? Will it ever be an MT09? No. But I think it stands up on its own. Let's wrap it up. Call it a day. Let's go have a little bit more fun and hopefully not get pulled over. Let us know your thoughts in the description down, or in the comments down below, guys. And while you're down there, don't forget to check out Quadlock, sponsor this video. All sorts of fun Quadlock goodies featured in this video. My phone mount, Ben's phone mount. He's even got the vibration dampener and the the wireless charging head. He's all Quadlocked out to the nines. I should get me some of that goodie. And with that, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.